Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 15 minutes. Watching Roku. Pretty sure I'm going to do this one out of the opening gates. I hesitate because I suppose I don't know that for sure. You never know what might happen in the next 15 minutes. But looking very interesting, especially with a break of 146.75. But like I said, as of now, the plan is to watch Roku out of the opening gates, but that's always subject to change, so I'll keep you updated. And I'm going to go ahead and get short here at 145.99. I believe Roku wants to roll over here. So it's rolling over. Okay, now it's just a matter not if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? So again, not if I make money, but how much money am I going to make? So I'm just going to follow this down. What do I mean? Well, I have no idea how far down this is going to go. I have no idea, and that is a good problem to have. So like I said, I'm just going to let this work for me. And I'm all out there for $1,600. Let's see, what time is it? 9:31. So less than 2 minutes in the day, up $1,600. Let's see what else I can find. Now here's the thing, whether I get another trade or not, we'll turn this into a little lesson. I'm up over $1,600. The last thing I would ever want to do is to, have that go to zero, let alone red. But also, I mean, at least I'd like to start or have a $1,000 day. So this is how you can, whoops. All right, well, kind of missing this potential breakdown here, but that's okay. Well, you know what, let's go back to this lesson later on because there's just too much stuff moving right now, including APPA. Oh, I missed that one. Well, I am going to go down to 1875. This one wants to continue to roll over. So let's just double checking. Yes, 1875. I'll come back to that lesson here because as of right now, well, I'll talk about it as we go. But like I said, I want to at least, first off, like I said, going down to zero would be terrible when you start off with $1,600. But on top of that, you have to pick a number. So for me, like I said, and picking a number is going to help you dictate how to manage risk for the remainder of your day. So for me, I want that to at least be $1,000. So I'm up over $600 right now. So that tells me now that $600 is the most I should be risking at the very most in any position now going forward. And then from that number, you can work backwards. You can figure out, okay, I'm either risking too much because I'm giving the stop loss too much room, or I'm risking too much because my position size is too large. So then you can go in and adjust either of those. You can either reduce position size, which is what I'm doing. So from here on out, no more 1,500 share orders. I'm just going to be doing 500 shares. Or, like I said, maybe you could do 1,500 shares, but you would have to give yourself a much tighter stop. You wouldn't want to risk. So in this example, if I were going to do 1,500 shares, I would not want to risk $1 per share, because that would equate to a potential $1,500 loss, which would drop me well below that $1,000 number that I want. So that is how you can manage risk and should be managing risk. Well, Roku just continuing to fall apart. I guess that's what I get for, that's all right. It's a good lesson, and I'm not going to sit here and gripe about $1,600 in 2 minutes and then taking that time to teach a little lesson there. So I'm not gonna complain about that. Oh well. But APPA, maybe if it can flush down through 19 here. But now I am no longer going for any sort of $1,000 gain because I'm happy. Why put anything like that at risk? Looks like this one's going to get a halt here. So this should stop trading here anytime now with the halt. See if we can capture the trading halt on video. And there it is, halted, done trading. So we'll go back to Roku. CLES now dying. alert in the chat room. Let's see. What is that? I'd be interested at 1525. If it can pull back some more. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, I have an order at 140.55 here for 500 shares on the long side for Roku. We'll see if it can get down through that 144 mark or not. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, I have an order at 140.15 for opening 500 shares. Okay, I got those. And out there for $150, going to 139.55. Oops. 139.15. Okay, 139.15. Opening 500 shares. So again, think position size. Just 500 shares now. All right, it hesitated. So let's go to 138.55 now. So 138.55, next first entry point. We're 11 minutes in, up $1,800. That typing you hear is just me making alerts to the live chat room that I offer. If you're not familiar, maybe you're new to my videos, I do offer a community. Actually, I'll show an example of how I really missed the boat on this one today, but that's okay. All right, I will go ahead and pause. All right, going for the break of 139. Again, I'm at 138.55. There's the break. Nope, got caught up there. So got to go to 138.15 now. $138.15. All right, I will pause. Earlier I mentioned I really kind of screwed things up, but it really goes to show that there's multiple ways you can make money. And how did I screw things up? Well, that green line there, I want you to keep an eye on that. That value is 146.75, which, I mean, the power of charts, you just can't make this stuff up. Look right where the price, I guess that's not quite true. It was 7 cents short. So the high today, when it bounced back up, didn't quite hit that area, but that's a great example of support then turning into resistance. But point being, okay, Clay, how does your chat room work? Because this is probably the most common question I get. You say you have this private community. It's got a live chat room. How exactly does that work? So I'm going to bring over the alert that I made before the market opened. So before the market opened, you can see right there at 9:17 a.m. Eastern time. And very clearly, not only did I post, that 146 was the key break for a flush. For trading terminology, flush just means you flush the toilet, right? So price going down. Then I even posted an image here, and that green line right there represents the 146.75 mark. And you've clearly seen what's happened from there. So maybe you're thinking, though, well, Clay, I don't have the ability to trade pre-market, so I could have never gotten in up at that point. Which, that's fine. I'd first off encourage you to look into a direct access broker so you can trade pre-market, assuming you're not brand new. Brand new people should definitely stay out of pre-market trading. But the point here being is, well, I didn't trade at pre-market either, and you still saw that I was able to make money. So it's not like you have to have the ability to trade pre-market or anything like that. The main point being, and why I guess kind of in hindsight, it worked out better that I didn't get pre-market because you saw that I was still able to make money from it. From that point of view. So that is how the chat room works, and how it, because I get it sometimes they're like, okay, well, you say there's alerts and you say that there's community, but okay, that's just kind of words. But in this situation, nice to be able to show how things actually play out with a real life trade. All right, well, I was looking for movement down, another flush to try to play the bounce at 137.15, but now the price is actually working back upwards. So it is 9:52. So that is 22 minutes in the day. So I will close the morning session, and probably the entire day. I have really no desire at this point to trade any further. I mean, I'm up $1,800. And for me, that's more than enough for me. I don't know, maybe you would want more. That's up to you. But for me, $1,800 in 20 minutes, I will take it. If you are interested in joining the community that I talked about, just go to claytrader.com/team. And really the way you approach that is $8.25. What do I mean? Well, the price here is $99 for 3 months. So that breaks down to $8.25 per week. So the question just becomes, do I believe I can make more than $8.25 per week? If you believe that this service can help you make more than $8.25 per week, then you will get a great return on your investment. So that's kind of how you can go through that. If anything though, final things, please subscribe, leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video and would like for me to keep on making these live trade videos, then the easiest way to communicate that to me is just to hit the like button and leave a comment down below. And hopefully you ultimately also decide to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So I'd love to have you part of the community, but if nothing else, and you just enjoy watching these live trade videos and you want me to keep making them, you can communicate that, like I said. Hit that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for hanging out. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.